Hey, fan family. On today's episode, we head out to Buda, Texas to Cabela's to meet with our good friend, Callan Chambers. Callan's going to share some of the neat things that they do throughout the year for the outdoors, hunting and fishing. We're also going to talk about our partnership, some of the neat things that we do together, and also an exciting announcement that's going to save you some money next time you go shop at Cabela's. This is Real Talk, and I'm your host, Jeff Cook.
Faith Angler Network, Real Talk, where faith, fishing, and friendships come together.
Hey, fan family, welcome to our Real Talk podcast. And today we're at Cabela's. We're with Callan Chambers, and we just want to share a little bit about the partnership we have, the great, just the partnership. We both have a passion for the outdoors and the youth. So we want to talk a little bit about what that partnership looks like and the things that Cabela's are doing. We're out here at Buda, Texas, and so welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, I would talk to you about coming out, us coming out today, and you were very gracious to say yes. And, we're kind of new to doing podcasts, so we're asked for the audience to be a little graceful with this. But so tell us a little bit about Callan. How long have you been here? What do you love about being here? And we'll just kind of go through a few questions.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So I've been here at this store for a little bit over 9 years, about 9 years and 4 months now. Started off as a part-time outfitter, working my way through school. And as I progressed and decided I really enjoyed what we did here, I decided to stick around after I graduated. I've moved up as a team lead and then took on special events, which includes Santa's Wonderland, donations, some of our Facebook posts as well. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I've kind of moved around. I've been in just about every single department in this store now, working gun vault, working over fishing, and progressed my way to become a manager now. So it's been a lot of fun getting to work here. The biggest thing that I appreciate about what this company does and what we look for is connecting people with the outdoors. Conservation is key for us. We're here to bring as many people into the outdoors that may not have any experience with it as possible. We saw a lot of that through the COVID years. A lot of new anglers, a lot of new hunters, a lot of new campers out there. And getting to speak with those people, get to know them quite a bit better, and helping them find what they need to enjoy the outdoors has been extremely fun, and it's something that I love doing. So I'm very grateful for it.
Wow. Yeah, and I'm excited to learn about all the things that you do, but I want to know, what's the best part of your job? What do you like the most?
The best part is literally that. It's helping people find things that they may not have a whole lot of knowledge in, giving them my knowledge and my experience with different products and experiences in the outdoors and helping them get out there. So whether it's a family that's never camped before, getting them set up with a tent, cot, and all of that gear, talking to them about the state parks that I visited, where I like to go camp, how I like to camp, and the things that they may not think about they may need, and helping them enjoy their experience there. Or over on the fishing side, helping them find a rod and reel combo if they're a first-time angler, and getting them set up with different baits that may help them catch that first fish, or getting them set up, and the connection through a lot of the different events, like the kids fishing event, and others like that we do. Getting kids out there and involved is so much fun, and it's fun to see their faces.
Yeah, I think that's what we appreciate the most, right? We're helping young kids or even student anglers just get not only better at the sport of fishing, but maybe catch their very first fish.
Absolutely.
And that to me just gives me goosebumps as we talk about doing that. So we know Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Tell us a little bit about kind of how that's moving. I know this store, I think, has some significance because I'll let you share a little bit about that. So tell us kind of the history of where Cabela's has and is going.
Okay, fantastic. So Cabela started in Sidney, Nebraska. That's where the first store is. That's where Dick Cabela and his brother founded the store and grew it from there. Bass Pro Shops founded in Springfield, Missouri with Johnny Morris. And through time, they've come together. I was here for that merger, which was interesting at first. It took a little bit of, cleaning up and finding to make sure we're getting the right products in the store. But I think the biggest significance of this store right now is we are the only Cabela's left in the state of Texas. Throughout the country, Cabela's are being rebranded, and as of right now, of the 14 stores that are in the state, we are the only Cabela's. So this is a legacy style store. It's a much larger store than a lot of them, and it's a huge destination for a lot of people. I know growing up, I came here, I was here the second day the store opened, and got to enjoy it then, and still enjoy it now. Coming into this room where we're at, lots of taxidermy, getting to see this, seeing kids' faces light up when they come through and see the massive deer we have on the wall, the trophy bucks, the fish in the aquarium, the fish in the pond. That makes it a true destination, and that's always fun.
Yep. So get your Cabela's gear while it's still available, right?
Yeah.
Come out here, say hey to Cal, and you can get your gear.
There'll still be quite a bit of Cabela's left, I'm sure. It's a great brand.
It is.
A lot of the gear that was Cabela's specific on the hunting and camping side is still there, and I don't see it going anywhere. There's few things that are being rebranded. The store eventually maybe will be.
At some point, you think this will be a Bass Pro Shops at some point?
I believe so. It's I know it's been in the works for a number of years, but it hasn't happened yet. So we're still here, still wearing our tans.
That's right. Exactly. I love that. Well, what inspired you, or what motivated you to outside of me reaching out to you and want to partner with Fan, and what do you like about that partnership, and just kind of what inspired you to partner with Faith Angler Network?
Yes, sir. So speaking with you and learning more about your organization and where y'all's outreach is was awesome. Learning that you cover a lot of area here in Texas, from north central Texas all the way down into South Texas, was huge. And knowing that y'all go out and get teenagers that are interested in fishing, help them through tournaments, and also getting a lot of other youth out there involved in fishing was a huge reason for me personally wanting to work with you guys and help you guys. And that's exactly what this company wants. We want to get as many people into the outdoors as possible. Conservation is key, and teaching them from a younger age helps them want to conserve our natural resources. And doing what y'all do, getting people out there, is a huge part of that. And that's really what drove me to want to work with you guys.
Well, that was my question is about how Fan and Cabela's mission aligns, and you just basically already answered that question.
Yeah, conservation's that's where it is. If we aren't actively working to conserve the outdoors, there may not be all these vast resources that we have now later down the road. We see it here every day in Central Texas with the expansions that are happening all over the place. A lot of native areas are being torn down and rebuilt with buildings. So going in BLM land out in the plains of the United States, and keeping that stuff public land is super important. Not a lot of public land here in Texas, but doing what we can to keep the rivers clean, keep lakes clean, and really conserve that habitat is huge.
And I know you do a lot, and not for this community, and it just kind of, it multiplies across all of the stores. And so we've been a benefactor of the donation days, right? And part of what I was able to do literally yesterday was I had a principal of a high school reached out and said, I have a student, a young middle schooler actually, who's going to participate in an event. He doesn't have a fishing pole.
Okay.
I said, well, what do you need? And so he goes, well, I think it's just going to be like a spin cast rod.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. And I was able to go into the garage and grab some of the stuff that you guys donated to us, and put a little gift packet to him, met him in the, he's a principal, so he's also calling the games at the JV game last night. Cool. So I put in his pickup truck. So that is the way, what you do for us, and being a benefactor of that, we are regifting that back out to the community. And so here's one middle school age student that wants to do some fishing in an event tomorrow, and we were able to pay that forward. So thank you for that. But let's talk about how that even began, because you do donation days, and there's a lot of events that you do. So walk us through that.
Yes, sir, absolutely. So those donations all came through our Spring Fishing Classic. What we offer to our customers is if they bring in a used rod or reel and donate it to us, they get a discount towards a new setup or a new rod, new reel, whatever it may be. And that helps us be able to give back to other organizations. I've worked with you guys with this. I've done it with Texas Parks and Wildlife as well, where we get those out. And what we hope for is just that, is getting them into the hands of somebody who wants or needs a new rod or reel combo or something that they can use to get out there. And that's always so much fun to see. And making those donations and putting a little bit of light in somebody's day is huge. So all of those rods and reels come from that. This year was one of our biggest years that I've seen so far. I want to say, I think it was like 150 rods or something like that.
It was a lot. Dave was here. We loaded up his truck.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the, and I'm sorry, I can't remember what it's called, but trade-in days.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So I come in, I've got an old, maybe not an old, but I have a Bass Johnny Moore's combo. What do I do?
So with those during the Spring Fishing Classic, all you have to do is come over to the fishing counter, talk to an outfitter there, and let them know that you have something that you'd like to donate. They will then take that, just verify that it is in working condition, because we do our best to not donate anything that isn't in working condition, because we want it to be useful to somebody else. At that point, they'll give you a coupon. They'll help you find what else you're looking for, whether it's a new rod, a new reel, new combo, whatever it may be. And then from there, based on how much that new item is depends on what the discount is.
Okay, so it varies depending on
Yes,
kind
sir.
of what you bring in.
Yep.
And what time of year is that?
So the Spring Fishing Classic normally runs from early March through most of March.
Okay.
We do other donation trade-ins like that as well with our Fall Hunting Classic, where the customer can trade in boots, they can trade in bows and crossbows, optics, and game cameras as well. So we've got a bunch of that right now. So
Wow.
a lot of that, we're working with a few other organizations to get those in the hands of people that need them for the upcoming hunting season that starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, and so yeah, that was a really neat program. And now we were out here for the youth fishing
Yes, sir.
day. Tell us a little bit about that, how often you do it, and how can our fan family help you do more of those?
Absolutely. So the kids fishing events are a lot of fun. We get a lot of young kids that may not have ever caught a fish before. They get to come out here, and we've swapped over to using bluegills, so it's much easier for them to handle them, and they tend to bite a little bit better too. So we do those about 4 or 5 times a year. Every year is a little bit different, but we try to do them as often as possible. We do them and along with the Spring Fishing Classic. We also normally do it twice for Father's Day and then once later in the year as well. And as far as helping out, if anyone's interested in coming by, stopping by any of our stores, I know we are always looking for folks to come out there and help bait hooks and take fish off hooks, get pictures with the kids. It's a lot of fun. One we had earlier this year was the biggest turnout I've ever seen, where we had a line wrapping around the end of the building, and that was incredible. That was a lot of fun. It was a very long day, but everyone really enjoyed it, and we had a lot of new kids out there catching fish.
And so, fan family, I'll let you know when these events happen, because I work with Colin. He lets me know when they're doing it, and you'll get a post out on Facebook or some way. We'll ask for help. Come out. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, we're excited. And how many you do that twice a year?
There's 2 separate times that we were pretty well guaranteed to do it. Spring Fishing Classic, we normally do 2 weekends there, and then also with Father's Day, we typically do 2 weekends there, and occasionally they'll throw one out later in the year as well.
Okay, very cool. So I guess just looking ahead, what excites you most about what you see Fan doing and where you see Cabela's Bass Pro going, and how can we work together more? How can we really just further this partnership along?
Yes, sir. So the events that y'all have done that you've mentioned to me about going out into the community, those fishing days, and helping a middle school student, those are huge for us, and that's what we really enjoy seeing. That's what we are working to do more of as well, working with Vincent Lecca, who works with Texas Parks and Wildlife. He does a lot of these throughout the community here in Buda and South Austin and kind of all over the South Central area here. So as much of those that we can do, and we can partner with you guys. And if you're doing an event like that, seeing what we can do to get you bait or whatever it is you may need, that's really a really good start in getting into it and growing that. Growing it going forward would be continuing to help you guys with the outdoor fund and working to involve ourselves as much as we can with your organization.
That's a great point, because I don't think people understand what the outdoor fund is. And I became honest, I didn't either.
Yes,
but
sir.
that's the grant that we, again, were a benefactor of. So explain that to all the audience, because they all come by here and they shop, and we'll ask them a question.
Yes, sir.
And so I'll let you elaborate on that.
Yeah, so the outdoor fund, anytime you shop with us at the register, you'll be asked on the pin pad if you'd like to round up your change or make a small donation. And that goes towards the outdoor fund. The outdoor fund is done nationwide. It is a way that we can bring in donations to help fund conservation projects. Depending on how many donations we get here in store, that helps grow our budget that we can use locally. Nationally, they keep a lot of that money to fund larger scale projects. I know this year a lot of that went towards the protecting of the BLM land. Locally, we've worked with you guys. We've also worked with Johnson High School here with their bass fishing team. We also worked with Freedom on the Fly.
Freedom on the Fly? Yeah.
Fantastic organization here local as well. They take wounded warriors or wounded vets out, teach them how to fly fish, tie flies, everything like that. They come out and helped us with some kid fish alongside of you guys. And then we've also we work with an organization that takes veterans down to the coast on a big fishing trip each year. We partner with the San Antonio store and raise a bunch of money, or take a good portion of our outdoor fund every year, send it towards that. And they house them, they feed them, they get captains for boats, and they take roughly 30 people out every year on a big fishing trip. So our GM here, as well as the GM in San Antonio, get to go on that trip and really have fun with those guys.
That's neat. So when you come to any of the Bass Pros and Cabela's,
Yes, sir.
and they ask you, do you want to round up? Just take a minute and think about what that's doing. And oftentimes we just quickly say no. But that money goes into a pool of funds that gets redistributed back to the community and helps support us, for example, and enables us to go out and do what we do for our student anglers and in our community. And so think about that the next time you're at a register and they ask you, do you want to round up? So, and I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
And thanks for letting us invade your neat little space.
Yeah, it's a beautiful space.
I think we're gonna go buy some fishing tackle now. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Oh,
it is.
one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of buying fishing tackle,
Yes.
you've graciously opened up the outdoor discount for us again.
Yes.
So tell our members what that looks like and how to use it.
So it's part of our community affairs discount program, and it kind of goes along with the outdoor fund grant that we gave FAN last year, right? Yeah, last year. So we're going to continue that, and that is good with the San Antonio Bass Pro shops, ourselves, Bass Pros in Round Rock and Waco as well. So wherever you're shopping, there is a letter printed out there. Right now it's going through July of 2026. We'll continue that for the next year as well. It's a 15% discount that any of you can use to purchase fishing tackle, anything that needs to go along with getting into the outdoors and going fishing. So fishing tackle, clothing, whatever it may be that it correlates with going out into tournament prep or wherever it may be.
Yeah. We'll get that letter out there to share to the team leaders and make that accessible to you. And I will tell you, you do need to have that letter when you go to the customer service booth to get that. They'll ask. So make sure you have that copy with you just to make it flow smoothly. And so again, we're really happy to be part of the Cabela's team.
Absolutely.
And thank you again, and we'll see y'all out on the water.
Yes, sir.
Colin, thank you for letting us come spend the morning with you. I truly appreciated our time. And man, what a lot of neat things that you do for the community and for our partners like us. And we're very grateful for that. And so, fan family, take advantage of that discount. It's good at all the Cabela's and Bass Pro shops in the area. And we'll have that available to you. Either we'll send it to your team leader for them to distribute it, or we'll post it on our website. So again, thank you, Callan, and thanks everyone for listening to Real Talk. God bless.
Faith Angler Network, Real Talk. This episode was brought to you by Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops Outdoor Fund.